Thanks for joining us on a busy Friday evening for Way 31 News at 6. I'm Dan Schaefer. Nicole Williams has the evening off. We are following developments here in the state and across the country. 1 week after the Alabama Supreme Court ruled that frozen embryos are children under the law. As concerns grow about the ruling, lawmakers in Montgomery have jumped into action. Attorney General Steve Marshall also weighing in, saying today he will not prosecute any cases related to the state's ruling. Now, Way 31 reporter Maddie McCaffrey joins us live in Huntsville with how this ruling is impacting IVF centers here. Maddie.
Yeah, Dan, here in Huntsville in North Alabama, we only have 3 IVF clinics, and one of those, Alabama fertility specialists, they put a pause on their IVF treatments in light of the ruling by the Supreme Court. Now, the other 2 IVF centers here in North Alabama is the Fertility Institute of North Alabama and Huntsville Reproductive Medicine. Both of these places, they're keeping their doors open and they're not putting a pause on their treatments, but they've spent all week long reassuring concerned patients that their IVF treatments can continue. But both of these places are of course taking extra precaution with their handling of frozen embryos, of course for legal liability. As we've told you, lawmakers have already put forth bills that would clarify that a frozen embryo should not be considered human under state law. Here's House Minority Leader Anthony Daniels talking about how a family extremely concerned about their chance to have a family reached out to him.
One of the important parts that we need to understand here, I received a call today from a couple that recently got married in their 40s. And they finally have a viable embryo, but their appointment is for the IVF is on March 11th, and they're scared to death. And so we have to do something about this immediately. And I hope that the Republicans will work with me on solving this very important issue so that we can make families hopeful.
And many Republican lawmakers today have come out in support of IVF treatment, like Senator Katie Britt. So right now, IVF centers across the state, they're practicing extreme caution with their frozen embryos in light of the ruling. But the good news is that Attorney General Steve Marshall said today that he won't prosecute any cases in relation to the ruling. Of course, we'll keep you up to date on all of this as it continues to develop. I'm reporting live in Huntsville with coverage you can count on. Maddie McCaffrey, Way 31 News.